Champion GT here with another video. This video I'm going over the RS3 Audi. This is the car that I'm thinking about getting. I just want to check it out with y'all as well. I was doing a little bit of research on it because I'm thinking about getting it. But I don't know too much about it. I did do a review on it, like not really a review, but I did seen it. If you go down in my videos, you can see Kia K5 first meet at I think it's Car and Coffee I had down there. When you check it out, you will see my you can see the RS3 that's like souped out, like souped up, whatever. That you can see it from there. And then I saw the RS5, RS7, RS8. I saw a lot of them there. To be honest, I'm surprised. Like I never even knew. I think it was like the RS8 was like what? I think a V8 or a V12. One of them was like a V12. V10 that I saw that was over there. That was, I was like damn, that's a lot of horsepower. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into the video. I'm just wanna learn as I go, just like y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all, some of y'all probably already know about the vehicle, but I'm gonna jump into it. See what's up.
I'm Jacob. I'm Yuri. We're going for a drive. ...2018 Audi RS3.
Quattro, because that's the only way you can get it.
So this is our first RS Audi model.
It is also our first 5-cylinder car.
Ooh.
And
5-cylinder? I thought it was a 4. I saw the engine before. I thought it was a 4-cylinder. Huh. I didn't know people make 5s, but
And I'm glad it's an RS because they are the fastest letters in the alphabet, so this is the fastest car you can get, sort of.
Let's start with the launch and then horsepower and torque.
Sounds good, Yuri.
sounds
Launch
good.
control, building boost, here we go. Send. Oh, so fast!
That's very fast for a hot hatch competitor.
Yeah, which is a hot sedan.
We'll get into that. Horsepower and torque.
400 horsepower. That is the big number.
Yeah, I know that.
354.
Yeah, I remember it had
This is
400.
class leading horsepower.
Yes, it is.
Is that because there's...
Now, for the horsepower for the vehicles, like, let's just say, like a Stinger, for example. I know the Stinger's like 366, right? But my friend, he had it, like, I think he still got it, I'm not even sure. But he had the Stinger, and he went on a dyno, and when he went on a dyno, he actually had, like, I think it was like 370 instead of 666. So he had like a little bit additional like horsepower than it was supposed to be stocked. It was like fully stocked, like it was brand new. Only had, I think, was like the video he showed me only had like I think 7 mileage on it. So literally it was brand new. And his was like when you put on the dyno, it was like 370 instead of 366. So like I'm not sure whether some cars is less than what they actually say or more than what they actually say. Depending on, I guess, where you at, I guess. I'm not sure, but I just thought it was crazy. Maybe it's 414, like, you know what I mean? So,
There's nothing else in this specific class.
Kind of, yes, but also if there were more things in this class, then yes anyways.
Faster than the Focus RS?
Yeah, but you're comparing it to hot hatches. Let's explain that first.
Okay, we do not get the RS3 hatchback in North America,
We've reviewed every other hot hatch
okay.
that we can possibly get our hands on,
including the
I
STI,
say, what is
which
a
is
hot
also
hatch?
not a hot hatch.
Okay. That
but
makes
it's
sense.
part of that whole grouping.
Exactly. I'm so happy that they make this, and North America gets it.
Yeah, and I think the best part of it being a sedan and not a hatchback is how cool it looks for a sedan.
Oh, it looks amazing. The proportions are just right. Like, just right.
Yeah, because it's so much smaller
Yeah.
than regular sedans.
It does have
I like
a
the
little
rims,
quirk
though.
because it is so small, but I will let them all slide because I love this car. Back to this engine. 2.5 liter, 5-cylinder turbo. I absolutely
Oh, it
love
got turbo.
This is a gem of an engine
Why did they go with 5 and not 4?
because it just sounds better and more horsepower and more torque.
What else has 5 cylinders?
Nothing really anymore. Old Volvos used to have them and they sounded so cool, and this one sounds amazing. I love the little growl that this thing has. Nothing else sounds like this. I love it.
How is it?
I
Okay.
think this sounds the
That's
best
stock?
downshifts.
Yeah, for sure. And outside of the car, it's a little disappointing.
Take the mufflers off.
Yeah, outside's way better.
Yeah. It's got this like rocket-ish kind of thing, kind of. Not quite like a VR6, but like it's so unique. I just love it for that.
All right, and now let's lead that into some handling.
Yeah, that shit sounds nice.
Okay, downshift, get some nice little sound there, and this handles so well because we have Quattro, and you can actually feel a little bit of understeer on tip-in, and then you floor it, and the right side just pulls you through when you're turning left. So you can actually feel the opposite wheels turning you into the corner. I love how this thing handles.
Oh,
so I've heard a lot of people claim
is the word Quattro? I think I'm pronouncing it right. First of all, that exhaust sounds nice. Like you take the mufflers off that joint. That joint probably spitting for real. That shit sound nice. But for the Quattro, does that mean like is like all-wheel drive? Like put that in the comment section below. I think that's what he mean by it. Like, cause they keep saying they said Quattro a couple of times, so I'm not sure what that means. But I guess
that
that
RS3 is just a faster
all-wheel drive.
Golf R.
It kind of is, but kind of isn't.
So we've driven a Golf R here.
Yep, it was very good.
And we've driven the RS3 here.
This handles way better.
It's the Quattro.
However, hang on, I gotta preface that because we did drive it in a snowstorm in the winter.
Okay, but we have driven the Golf R.
Yes.
But this handles better.
Yes, it does, for sure.
How much cooler do you think this is than a Golf R?
Way cooler because it's way more rare. I'm gonna pick the hipster route.
I would go with that. The
Doesn't
Audi
have
than a Golf.
the thing with
Like
the three
that shit just
Yeah,
looks
you
weird.
can't get a manual. That kind of sucks. Audi is done with manuals. They have officially announced it.
This is their last year. I think they're going to have an Audi A4 with a manual, and that's
yeah,
it.
That's it.
Whatever. It's your fault.
Yeah.
It's our fault, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not buying brand new cars.
with manuals.
Yeah.
Again, back to that engine because I love it so much. Honestly, though, there's so much torque, it just pulls you through at any RPM. There's a little bit of lag. There is. About a second, maybe half a second worth, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, it is silly fast. I always find myself, like, way faster than I need to be in a car this size, but I guess because it is so small.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel like you're going that fast, but you're really going fast. On that sound, though, this does have the $850 optional sport exhaust, so I can't even imagine how quiet this is without the exhaust.
Yeah, why would you not get it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess
I would want a louder one, though.
But I guess the options do kind of like climb up when you're buying this car.
Yeah, but $850
So they have a
for
different exhaust for that?
manufacturer, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's fine.
Audi, I think, prices their options considerably well compared to other manufacturers. Oh, and also, I want to give Audi a shout out for the most random option that I've ever seen on any car. There's an option for additional airbags for the back passengers.
What?
I've never seen an
Optional?
optional airbag. Optional additional airbag.
That's pretty funny.
That is funny. Now onto this transmission. It is an auto. It is 7-speed.
Oh, I thought that was like a manual for a minute.
Lightning. But around town, it is not lightning. So it kind of tones itself down.
Well, we do have a bunch of different modes that we can use. We have comfort,
I hate-
auto,
that's-
dynamic, and individual.
That's one thing I do hate.
Dynamic my entire
I gotta go back to that. That's one thing I do hate about vehicles. I'm gonna let it play through a little bit.
But around town, it is not lightning. So it kind of tones itself down.
Well, we do have a bunch of different modes.
So that right there is what I hate about some vehicles. Like the whole how you got, you know, your buttons you can use and you have the blank ones that's going all the way across and something like that. I hate that. I really hate that. Like with a passion. Because it makes you feel like you don't have the top tier, or I wouldn't say top tier, or the premium vehicle that comes with all the, you know, good stuff that should be there. It's like, you know, you got the whatever and you just blanked out some other stuff that you could have had. Even my Kia K5, like for the like the heated seats, like you got that bar right there, that's nothing there, and then you got like certain blank spots and stuff like that. Like personally for me, I don't like it. Like I like to have the buttons available or be able to purchase it or get it. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I like the horsepower, but that dashboard and everything is like, I don't know. I don't really like it.
We have comfort, auto.
That screen
dynamic,
is way
and
too little for
individual.
me.
And I've lived in dynamic my entire time in this car.
I've been in individual a little bit because I want everything slowed down and softer. but I do want the exhaust on, and that's the way to program it.
Yeah, so if they had an exhaust button separately, that would be nice.
Regarding the transmission, we finally have an Audi with real paddles and not that Passat-style paddles.
They're kind of Passat-y. They're still kind of cheapish.
They're not as good, not nearly as good as AMG paddles.
They're also gloss black.
They're gloss black paddles.
Yeah, they feel kind of cheap. Whatever. I hope the RS5 or RS7 has like metal paddles.
R8 maybe?
R8, hopefully.
But at least it's got somewhat better paddles than the S5.
I have no issues shifting it, it's just the quality of the paddles.
This should be on the S5.
Yes, and since we're talking about this, might as well talk about the steering wheel. I love it. D-shaped Alcantara, only on the sides. It's perfect. Steering feel is amazing.
I really like it, especially getting out of a BMW and then getting into
that steering column that he has on that Audi. That don't look nice.
I would love to drive this in winter.
Yeah, in winter this would be unreal.
This would be like winter drifting on steroids, I think. Especially with like the small size and everything.
Yeah, you can turn off traction control easily.
I also want to mention one thing about the transmission.
What's that?
Up for up, down for down.
Yeah, fix that too.
Kind of gross. If you're in drive and you click down, it goes to sport.
That's right, just like Volkswagen's.
Which really brings the RPMs way higher all the time. But it's so easy to get out of that it's very nice and convenient.
Yeah, it's honestly, I can't complain about the transmission or the engine whatsoever. It's such a perfect setup. As I mentioned, this is turbo, so I can see my boost gauge, but I can only see my boost gauge in 2 different modes, and I don't like the modes that I can see them in.
The gauge look nice. I like that.
Boost gauge is nice and big in certain locations. I would just like it to be visible in one of the gauge modes.
And you like having PSI. This has no...
Yeah, this only has min and max.
But whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It would be nice if I saw my PSI.
Can we talk about the gauges?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we've got the same pretty much stuff as the S5, but a little bit more sporty stuff.
Yeah, my favorite gauge setup is with the tack in the middle.
So that's sport mode. Classic is with the 2 bubbles on the side.
Yeah, you can also have your map. You can have so many different things.
Oh, you can have the map in the middle? That's tough.
Power and torque percentage on the right, and you can get a G meter on the left.
That's right.
So this
forget
is the most uncluttered
So forget the little screen that comes with.
That it's showing is dark and power related.
Fully agree.
You can always put that map in the middle and turn it to night mode.
Yeah, pretty much.
And shrink it down to the world.
Yeah.
But Audi, come on, man. Just make black.
There is a lot going on. And there's a little bit going on with the infotainment. Would you like to speak about that when you drive?
No, one more gauge thing.
Okay, fine.
When you're revving
I
it
was
out...
even trying to let you drive.
I know. When you're revving it out, when you're at like 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, have you noticed like the green and yellow shift lights?
I have never seen that in any other car.
Shift down?
It's so good. Oh, yes.
And then it flashes when you upshift in high RPMs. I think it's very cool. It's hard to see because you're so...
Oh, so it lets you...
I don't think it's hard to see.
Hold up. So, I'm guessing, if I heard it correctly, when you're shifting, it lets you know, I'm guessing the green one is a good shift. Then the yellow is like, eh. Then the red is like, you're about to redline or you're going a little bit way too far down. But I'm surprised it even let you go down that far. Like, it almost looked like it let you rev redline, to be honest.
This is perfect for me, and if I were on a track, I wouldn't miss a shift.
It's good.
It's so good.
Audi's got some cool... I'm so excited to drive an R8 and see what kind of stuff they put in there.
So am I. But first, you gotta drive this.
Okay, but first, visor test.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Yes!
Good job, Audi!
And a small cup of coffee test fits perfectly, and...
What? Whoa, go back. What? Visor test.
Very cool. It's hard to see because you're so focused on driving.
I don't think it's hard to see. This is perfect for me, and if I were on a track, I wouldn't miss a shift.
It's good.
It's so good.
Audi's got some cool... I'm so excited to drive an R8 and see what kind of stuff they put in there.
So am I. But first, you gotta drive this.
Okay, but first, visor test.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Yes!
Good job, Audi!
And a small...
Is it me? Or did I just realize, like, do all, like, what? I may go outside and test my car and see if it does that. I don't use that on my car whatsoever. Like, all 3 of my cars I ever had in my entire life, I never even pushed that down to use it, like, at all. Like, I'm never, in my face or something like that, which every guy shouldn't be, but, like, I never use it. Like, even for the sun is in my eye, I just put on my eye pro, my shades, and I'm chilling, you know what I mean? I never use that. That's funny.
A cup of coffee test fits perfectly, and you know what? I was ripping in here with a brand new cup right from Tim Hortons. No spillage.
No spillage.
You see any spillage?
I don't see any.
And usually...
You spill all the time.
All right, my turn to
It
drive.
looks clean, though. I like that look.
So I've been driving this thing around, and there's a couple things I wanted to mention about daily driving it.
What's that?
First thing, my favorite thing,
The grocery bag hangers.
we do have an awesome grocery bag hanger in the back. It's different than all grocery bag hangers. It comes down like an anchor. The next thing, remember I said get a Golf R in automatic if you share the car with someone who doesn't drive stick shift?
Correct.
This only comes in automatic, which is cool because it's fast, but the seats are all manual. So if you shared it with somebody who's a different height,
It's annoying.
it would be the most annoying. Like, and it is so manual adjustment. Forward, back with a button. I've got this pump thing.
Yeah. And then the back part of it is also like a circle thing.
Yeah, and then you can move it up and down. So if you have
Yeah.
to share it with someone who's totally...
So the seats is not adjustable like how can I say it, like powered, I guess you gotta manually do it. Okay. It's not something that will like
Besides
like,
you,
but okay.
might not be the best idea.
That's right. The seats are very comfortable themselves. However, I wish they were slightly more bolstered. Even me, as a bigger person than Yuri, I'm still not that bolstered in them.
I feel great. But they look super cool. These seats are wicked.
They are quilted, so I'm won over.
The next thing about convenience is while driving. This does have a reverse camera. It does not have a 360 camera, but it does have 360 radars. The S5 we reviewed.
I'm not
had
tripping
a
over
360
360.
camera,
You
but
got a
they turned
backup
it off
camera, that's
because
all
they
you
never
need.
had a setting to turn it on while reversing as well.
A little bit confusing through the menu.
You gotta be really bad at driving if you desperately need a 360. Like that's nothing. Like as long as I have a backup camera, I'm good. Like I'm not that bad at driving. I need to see that entire car as I back up or whatever.
Just a
Like,
bit.
Yeah, and we do have a sunroof, but it doesn't have like a full top. It has a kind of see-through top.
Oh yeah, okay, so you still get some sun. Let's talk about the looks.
Okay.
Yeah,
The paint?
I've told you before, I think blue cars are a cop-out because it's too easy of a color to get. It's like, I want to be fun.
All
but
blue
like,
cars look good too.
But like, not really.
Yeah.
This blue is next level blue.
The blue is great. It is an optional color. You do have to pay for it, and it's worth it.
Look at these 3 cars in blue. Which blue's the best? Savage Geese's blue, Jacob's blue, or Yuri's blue?
Why do I get to pick the M5 blue?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I think the Audi blue is nice. It's more like it pops out more. It pops out more. But like the BMW blue is not, like, for me, it's not that bad, to be honest. I like a darker, like, matte kind of blue. The Audi look like if it's more, it was like less glossy and more like matte, it looked like a wrap. But I don't know. It's an okay blue, but it's not.
The body line on the RS3 is fantastic.
Every Audi has hard body lines.
But this one is like harder and less curvy. It's just so perfect. The way it reflects the light and the sun and everything is like unreal. Every time I see one on the street, perfection. I give everyone thumbs up because they're kind of sleeper cars.
Oh, for sure. This just looks like a small sedan.
I want to make sure when I make eye contact with an RS3 driver, he knows that I know he made a good decision.
Since we're talking about the side profile, the wheels, they
Okay.
look so good.
They've got like these cool blocky cutouts.
I like those wheels, and the reason for that is because it's probably easy to clean. And it's how if you have, like, you know, the Kia K5 right now, if you clean underneath the wheels, it's like you got like a little bit of gap kind of between, but that's wide enough that you can kind of get in there and clean. I actually got this nice solution from I forgot the name of the brand, but I used those and it cleaned the entire wheel, like the brake dust, so well. Like, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you. Why not? Why not? So, it's McGuire's. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. This one right here for the chrome wheel cleaner, it actually got pretty, because I don't have chrome wheels obviously, but it gets the brake dust pretty good. Like it gets it out pretty good, like pretty good. And like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. It just to show, like, this is a go-to. Like, this is a go-to. Like I use it one time. I think I use it a lot, like way too much that I should lose, because it's like the liquid is like all the way down here at the bottom and it's supposed to be full at the top. I use it way too much, but it it cleans your wheels. It cleans your wheels. I was just so impressed by it. I just kept using it. Like, it really gets in your wheels. Like, and I have a nice gloss finish in the inside that it looks so clean. I'm gonna do a video on it one day. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna show you how clean it is, cause it's in mark, like it just look insane. You walk up to my car, you can literally see the shine underneath it, like a gloss underneath my car. Like, but
Yeah.
They look good.
they look good
and
though. I like them
roll, and
rims.
moving
I like them
slowly,
rims.
everything.
The RS5 has a very similar version, and I don't like them on the RS5, but they fit this car way better.
I like how the tire sticks out. It looks like the tire's stretched for the stock car.
It is stretched a bit, so I would like slightly wider tires, to be honest. We have carbon ceramics only in the front, and these are some of the best carbon ceramics I've ever used. I've accidentally pressed them a couple times and almost smashed my face into the steering wheel.
What did I not like about the S-Line?
Something about the grill, I believe.
The grill had like chrome stuff on it. This all black, perfection.
RS grill.
And it says Quattro on the RS line models.
Yeah, only on the RSs does it say Quattro right up front, even though all the other ones also have Quattro.
Yeah, but it's gangster.
That's their new thing.
The next thing I like is the headlights. The shape of these I like a lot more than the 5s.
Yeah, for sure.
Still not my favorite. I think TT is my favorite.
I just like the R8 because it pioneered everything for those types of lights. One thing I love about the looks is the exhaust and the diffuser.
Okay.
So, RSs always get oval exhaust. Big dual oval exhaust.
That's one thing I was looking at too while he was talking. That exhaust do look bad in the back, but look like it's like, I don't know if I can see it, but look like it's like two tips. Like you got the oval and there's like two exhaust tips down the bottom, if I'm mistaken. That's what I can see. I don't know. Maybe they talk more about it.
Exhaust, and they look wicked. However, from one certain angle, they look kind of funny. When you look at it from the side, you can see the back of the exhaust tip where you can tell that it's a fake tip.
It looks so cartoonish,
Oh,
but it
okay.
also looks so badass, so I don't even care.
It is a real tip, it's just not connected directly. It's just an accentuated tip, basically.
Okay, now get into the diffuser.
Okay, diffuser, massive. Massive for a type of vehicle of this size.
The proportions of it, it's so like square and stocky.
Yeah, and then we got a nice lip spoiler in the trunk. This thing overall just looks perfect.
I like how the spoiler's black.
Yeah.
Or is it carbon fiber?
No, it's just black.
Okay. I like how it's black. And then you know what else I like?
What? I don't know.
Sequential taillights.
Oh, yeah, right.
They look really good too.
Yeah.
And also I like the wheel arches.
Yeah, they
The
are
flares or
widened.
whatever?
They are widened for RSs.
It's subtle, but it's like
Oh, it's so subtle. But you notice it.
infotainment. This is the first car I've driven with a screen that goes in and out, and it goes in and out very quickly.
Faster than I expected.
It has the pretty much same infotainment as the S5, which is very nice. It does not rewind satellite radio stations. I think the whole satellite radio thing could be improved. And I've got Apple CarPlay, so I don't have too many issues with it, but I would like the rewinding satellite radio stations.
Yeah, that would be good for you.
Now it's time for me to go through Cliche Corner in the RS3.
Alright.
I feel like I'm in cheater mode.
Yeah, you are.
It goes exactly where you want it to, and this Quattro sticks to the ground so hard.
It really does. And it's so comfortable too. Like the suspension
That
is
exhaust is
well
nasty.
It is on the firmer side for sure. It's definitely firm over potholes,
Oh.
but still very comfortable.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about interior.
It is very basic, very plain. I don't think it's the best interior, but I don't.
That's what I was thinking. The horsepower, okay, is great. The steering wheel and the display, like near the steering wheel column, wherever to show your speed, monitor, and all that shit. That in the front, okay, it looks decent. Like I like it. Like, you know what I mean? I like it. I never had a car that I can see the navigation on the steering wheel as my speed at the same time. I think that's cool, but I don't know. I like the car, but it just feel like it's lacking. Not even the horsepower, just like in the interior. Like it's just like they could have done more
Because
to it.
I'm just so happy that
I wonder how
this
much
car
it cost though.
exists, because they spent the money putting that damn engine in here that I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to shut my mouth.
Very little piano black besides the paddles.
Yep.
We've got carbon fiber trim.
I love carbon fiber.
We've got a nice cool pattern near the shifter, which isn't piano black, which it could have been. All the buttons are later really easy to control the infotainment, and we got a nice scroll wheel. Everything's good. We don't have like those proximity buttons like the S5 did, but we don't need them.
Yep. Don't need anything in here.
All the buttons for the drive select, the hazard button. We have a lot of missing buttons,
Yeah, a lot of blanks.
Yeah,
but
that's
they're all
why.
easy to use. You wanna
That's
know
why I
what one of my
said
favorite
before.
parts is?
I hate
I'd
that.
love to, Yuri.
Same as the S5, this armrest goes up and ratchets down and extends.
Yeah, it is perfect for you.
So I can't have that awesome driving position, but my left has nowhere to hang out.
I'm comfortable because I have slightly longer arms. There's not much room in the back seats though.
But I can fit behind myself.
For me, I don't care about who's in my back seat because no one should be in my back seat. Like even in my Kia K5, the reason why is if you ever seen my inside, the reason why the back is so clean and looks brand new. I even still got like so some of the plastic still on it in the back because no one's back there. Like I don't allow people back in my. I don't even really like people even in my car, even in the passenger seat. Like some females, I'd be like, yo, like I really be thinking like I should make them walk or drive to meet me because like I don't really like people in my car.
So if
Yeah.
you just have kids, it's perfect. The perfect excuse.
But if you're 6'1.5" and you want to sit behind your 6'1.5" self, you will not fit. Like
No.
you will not have a good time whatsoever.
Save up for like an RS7.
Yeah.
Does that exist?
It does. One thing that I like about the interior,
Alright,
which I said I would
okay.
shut my mouth, but I won't, these little vents. They look so cool.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that's how you turn them on and off.
Yeah, knurled.
Knurled. Yeah, you like that.
I love knurled.
And the last thing I want to talk about, anytime I look at the seats, they look so cool. I think it's because there's like little perforations
Yeah.
around the quilts, and it looks like
I thought about the first time they showed that. I thought that was like it come with like heated seats or something like that. I didn't know they just did that just to do it, or it do have heated seats, or maybe. Cause if not, then it's like all that is that little holes in there. Like you can get fabric from your your hoodie, clothes, or whatever in there, and it will dirty it up. So
a weird digital pattern.
Yeah, it looks wicked.
So I guess we should talk about the price.
Yeah, we should, because that's kind of the downfall, but also not, because nothing else really kind of competes with it, so it can do whatever it wants to.
Hit me with it.
Starts at $62,900. But this one is just over $76,000 with options, and that does not include the airbag option for you.
so CAD, that's like Canadian, right? That's the Canadian price, I'm guessing.
Passengers, so you have to decide if your passenger's worth like
Okay.
$450 or whatever it is.
Okay,
I'm
that's a
guessing it's
lot for like a hot hatch kind of. It is a hatch in Europe.
And this competes with cars like the BMW M2 and the GLA 45 and the CLA 45. This is the one car that I will not complain about the price.
Does direct? Okay, that's not that bad.
It does not really have any like direct competitor.
Okay. So
That's it.
That's our conclusion.
That's our
it's
conclusion.
awesome if you can afford it. Why not?
Yeah, this is an amazing car. If you can buy it, just buy it.
So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Patreon.com.
Okay. So my conclusion on it, it's not bad. The horsepower is there. That's like most of the decent part. I won't like it at. I'm starting at 400. You know what I mean? I'm starting pretty hefty. I don't have to get up too big. I mean, but it's like compare. Okay, let's just compare it to like another vehicle that I was thinking about getting, the Stinger, right? Comparing that to the Stinger and to this, it's like the Stinger had the Audi, the RS3. I'm just gonna call it that. RS3 has more horsepower, way more. But the Stinger has more interior shit, like as in heated seats, heated steering wheel, memory for the seats or something like that. I think it's like the memory logs or something like that on the side of the door that you can push to automatically put your seat at exactly where you want it to be at. Power steering for not power steering, it's power for the seats where you can push the button and it can go up and down, blah 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 kind of thing for you. Which is understandable why that probably don't have it, just because stuff like that over time can fail, like with electrical stuff, or maybe you just using it over and over and over again. You probably have problems down the long run just because it's not mechanical, it's more like electric or something like that. Maybe it fell over time a little bit quicker, but I would like to have that. Stinger has more, like for the button for the sunroof, it will come back. I'm not sure if you can even push the sunroof out to make it come back, or it's just a mirror right there. Which is, if it's just a mirror, it's like you might as well not even have it, to be honest. But I think it is because it's not even open. So I'm guessing it's just the mirror. But for the Stinger, you can pull it back and have the actual cover go back, and then you can push it again for the actual mirror for the sunroof to pop out and come out, which is I would like to have that. You know what I mean? instead of just having like just a mirror. Maybe it can just come out. Well, I keep saying mirror, just a basically that's what it is. Just a mirror that that just sits there. You can just look up wherever it can actually come out. You get some air in there. I'm not sure if it does or not for the RS3. The look of the Audi is way better than Stinger. The exhaust sounds way better. Way better. Seeing that the Stinger is a twin turbo V6 compared to a single turbo a 5 inline, I guess you can call it a 5 inline, I guess 5 cylinder that it comes with. But from talking to them, it seemed like they put more time in the engine bay, which is, I don't know whether it's more like, hey, this is where it starts at, but the potential of it is like a lot more. I never see anybody push this car crazy. I mean, let me know in the comment section below. Can this car reach, like, if you wanted to, again, touch a like 1200 like horsepower? Let's just say that. I'm never gonna do that. I think the limit I'll ever go in my car, if for my daily car, is like probably 6 something. That's it. Like I probably won't go any higher than that, just because it's like after that it's like you gotta add shit and you gotta pit this and that, and it's like don't even turn to a regular drivable cars. You know what I mean? So, but my conclusion on it, I like it. I like the horsepower. I don't like the interior at all. I want my interior to be more. I mean, that's where I'm gonna be at. I'm not gonna be outside the car. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be inside, so I want the interior to be a lot better. But I don't know. I had to go with the Stinger in this one. To be honest, I had to go with the Stinger. I don't really like the look of the Stinger. But it is a hatchback, and this one's not. I think they said that the Canadians get the hatchback, and the U.S. get this version, I guess. So I would like the hatchback a lot better. And the engine size is like, for it to be a 5-cylinder to sound like that shit sound beastly, way better than the Stinger. I've been in the Stinger before. I felt the horsepower. I did a test drive just because I was like, yo, I want to see what this car can do. Kind of thinking about purchasing it. You know what I mean? Technically, I just want to see the car and, in physical, like, actually get my hands on and look at it and see it and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Stinger on this one. If I had a choice, I had to go with that because, like, interior for me is everything, to be honest. Like, I love the sound of it. I love the look of it, but it's like the sound of it is great. Like, that sounds is amazing coming from a 5-cylinder. Like, I never expect that sound to be coming out of there. Like, that shit sound amazing. I can't imagine what it sounds straight pipe like. But for the interior wise, it's like it's less. For this, because it says 50. Let me see. It was like what? Let me go back a little bit. Okay. Let me see. It's short. Okay. So it's 58,800. Okay. So the Stinger, I think, is like 50. I think for it, brand new, 50, 55, give or take. I think. For like the GT2, which has this. Which you come, but if you don't want all that little fancy little gets or whatever, you can get the GT1, which is like, I think the only difference from the GT1 and GT2 is the GT2 come with red interior, I think, and the GT1 don't, and the GT2 comes with like the 360 camera, where when you turn your turning signal, it will show like on one of your, which comes like the camera or something like that, I believe. Which is like, I think the difference between the two, same horsepower and everything, it's just literally just that little stuff. But I'm kind of conflicted by it, just because like, it's kind of like, I love the look of it, I love the sound of that horsepower, but it's just, I don't know. I get more. I can spend less money on it and get more out of it and get somewhat close to that horsepower than spend that amount and get it and then lack on the interior and stuff that I would get from a lesser, like, you know, well, a vehicle that don't cost that much. And since this is a 2008 one, maybe up in the years since we're in 2021, about to be in 22, maybe the interior is way better. Maybe updated. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look into it and see if there's another video out there for this that shows like the 2021. Maybe the interior is way better. But for right now, like, nah, I can't. But hey, this is BAMPAM GT here. I'm just looking into the this video, the RS3. Picking out my decision of what I might be going for and my goal for like a different car. But hey, please like and subscribe, and I'm out.